Hello, everyone. It was just a random live, and I haven't planned it, but yeah, I think random things are also great. So, if there is someone watching, you can ping me in the chat window that whether my voice is clear or not, the very first thing. And then maybe we can start. I just want to, do a random discussion on the today's news. That's the only purpose. If you have something to ask, you can also ask from me. But before starting this, can anyone confirm to me that whether I am clearly audible or not? Is my voice as clear to everyone, whosoever is watching? I haven't informed it up because I was not sure, but yeah, whosoever is coming up, it would be great. Thanks for joining in the very short notice, right? Audible. Thank you so much, Ansh, for the confirmation. Um, so, what's the time? Maybe let's wait for few minutes so that if there is someone who is also available, they can also join this particular live. So I just want to give you awareness, you can say, because I also no one knows what will happen in future, right? But what are your thoughts? What do you think? At least I just want everyone to think about this and to think about the solutions, like what solutions do you have in your head. It's kind of a brainstorming within our head. So you can write in the comment section, those who are not able to join this live and missed out. So you can write in the comment section what are your thoughts with respect to this. Okay. So I hope everyone is aware. Let me share my screen first, and you can let me know whether my screen is visible or not at the very first sight, and then maybe we can start. So, is my screen is visible to everyone? So today in the morning only, when I just went to the office, I just see this article, and then I posted it out. I hope you might have seen this post where I have written the reference towards this article, and I have written that nothing in this world is good if taken in excess, right? So what this article says. So, how many of you knows Jeffrey Hinton, Dr. Jeffrey Hinton? How many of you are already aware about this person? At least those who are in the AI domain or who is doing maybe some research work or industry work, they must know that he is. So I remember, my complete research in IIT Hyderabad when I was doing my thesis work is based on capsule networks. So capsule networks are something which is non-CNN based networks. And in those networks, there is a concept of dynamic routing. And there are not too many research papers available with respect to that concept. But he has worked a tremendous work on that as well. So it's not only about CNN based models. He have worked a lot non CNN based models also. His name is there, so that's why he's called as Godfather of AI. He is the one who embraced an idea of neural networks that we usually study in deep learning, the concept of feed forward, back propagation, all those things we usually study. But who originated that thing is the one. That's why today, nowadays, it's quite easy to detect any object, right? Images, videos, and so on. Nowadays, it's quite common, but few years back when this research happened, you also know it's not today, it's about various years back when this deep learning stuff came into picture. But yes, we can say that the boom came few years back only, right? Okay. So Ansh is saying I came here to know about him today. Okay, that's great. So he was working with Google since past a lot many years, and that's where he did a lot of research. Uh, and now he left that company and wants about the AI. See, there is everything is having its own pros and cons. That's the pet line which I usually say. Everything in this world has its own pros and cons. And the way AI is going ahead, जितना ज़्यादा AI बढ़ रहा है आज के टाइम पे, हर हर किसी को मतलब ऐसा कौन सा टूल है जिसमें AI यूज नहीं हो रहा? I can't find any one tool nowadays which I am using in real time where AI is not, there. In every tool, in every, starting from booking a cab in the morning to reach to the office, to to order maybe some food from the restaurant, maybe Swiggy or Zomato. Everywhere this AI is there. Netflix, Amazon, anything you will think of, and automatically the concept of AI came into picture. Few days back only, I think yesterday only, I'm not sure, I was watching the video of Sandeep Maheshwari where he was talking about AI versus human intelligence, and I have attached the link of that video as well in my post. I find that video so much insightful, and that's where I was thinking from yesterday, and today I found this article. So I was not sure that, yes, there is a lot positive side of this, but yes, there is a lot negative side also of this. And when, so this side, I was not even think of what is that side. So I was aware that, from reading, before reading this article, I was aware that after the development of Chat GPT, Google Bard, almost 100% guarantee is there that, jobs will get replaced. I will not say that people will not able to get a job, but those who are doing maybe the task of writing, blogging, the post, writing a LinkedIn post, people usually hires someone to write that. But nowadays, that task will be automatically done by Chat GPT. So obviously, those jobs may be not the safer jobs in future, and that's the major reason that we need to upscale ourselves. अगर कोई स्टूडेंट ऐसा भी है जिसको एआई के बारे में बिल्कुल भी आइडिया नहीं है, if there is someone who is not even have a single idea about AI, I think that student should also focus on this domain. At least, I'm not saying that do the coding of this particular AI, but at least you should have an idea what is happening in the market, so that you can upskill yourself accordingly, right? जैसे कोई भी नई टेक्नोलॉजी आती है, नया फोन आता है, नया फोन लॉन्च होता है, तो वी आर वेरी एक्साइटेड टू सी what new configurations that phone is having. Similarly, for the technology, if you are left behind, then in future you will face a lot of trouble. That's why I thought that why not to go live. I can create a video as well, but I thought why not to go live and discuss with you all what he has written as a negative impact, which is really serious topic, right? So what he has written, so if you will see, uh, Jeffrey Hinton was an AI pioneer. In 2012, Dr. Hinton and two of his graduate students at the University of Toronto created technology that became the intellectual foundation for the AI systems. Now, here, if you will see, Dr. Hinton said he has quit his job at Google, where he has worked for more than a decade. So it's been a decade he is working there and become one of the most respected voices in the field. If you will go on the web and search Jeffrey Hinton publications now, you will find a lot many publications, and a lot many publications are there, and majorly the publications are on deep learning, neural network, and all those stuffs. Just go and check it out, his publications. A lot many publications in a top notch conferences, and the research work that this guy did in the past and maybe in the future as well is tremendous. But what he has written about his work itself, you can see, uh, so he can freely speak out about the risk of AI. A part of him, he said, now regrets his life work. So he's saying this word, regrets his life work. But then he said, I console myself with a normal excuse that if I hadn't done it, somebody else would have. So Dr. Hinton said during a lengthy interview last week in the dining room of his home in Toronto. Now, he has talked about the risk, maybe in a very short, brief thing, but we can see, right? We can see. And this is what I also didn't think of, I can say, what he is saying that uh, industry leaders believe the new AI system could be as important as the introduction of web browser in the early 1990s and could lead to breakthroughs in areas ranging from drug research to education. And that's true. That's true. Nowadays, in healthcare domain, in finding out maybe drug, or maybe finding out the cancer patient, finding out when COVID came, COVID, even the research work which I did was the COVID patients thing. So starting from healthcare domain to education, this AI is playing a very vital role. But knowing at many industry insiders, it's a fear that they are releasing something dangerous into the wild. What is that dangerous? Generative AI can already be a tool for misinformation. So if someone don't know about generative AI, so here what we are trying to do is we are trying to train a model in such a way that we will try to feed generative data, which will be generated by the model, in such a way that we will feed and train until that point of time when it will start believing that it's actually true, even though it's a fake data, but it starts believing that it actually true. तब तक हम मॉडल को ट्रेन करते जाते हैं जब तक कि उसको डिसीजन मेकिंग पावर उसकी इतनी वीक ना हो जाए कि उसको समझ में ना आए कि वो फेक है कि ओरिजिनल है. That's where generative AI came into picture, right? So that can already be a tool for misinformation. So now what he is saying, that is something which from the morning I am thinking this only. Soon it could be a risk to jobs. That's where I knew that thing, that risks to jobs, but for those jobs where automation is done by human beings. Obviously at one point of time those human beings will not be there, right? Tools, AI tools will be there, that's fine. Somewhere down the line, tech's biggest worry says it could be a risk to humanity. It's hard to see how you can prevent the bad actors from using it for bad things. It's hard to see how you can prevent the bad actors from using it for bad things, because there are good people who can utilize this as an opportunity, but then there are bad people who will utilize this opportunity to do the bad things as well. Now I was just looking for one word. So here there is a talk about that what he has done in the past. So as I already told you, he embraced an idea about a neural network. What is that? You can study that, right? What I was looking for is something. Yes. So this is what I was looking for. So that is where which I am thinking from the morning. His immediate concern is that the internet will be flooded with false photos, as I talked about generative AIs. So yes, videos, text, and the average person, maybe like us, who is not having that much huge idea about anything, will not be able to know what is true anymore, right? That is something which I am thinking from the morning. And even when I was written the post in the morning, someone already have mentioned this thing, Shubhangi. I think it is not about unemployment which will potentially bring by AI. Unemployment maybe not, but yes, jobs will go. That jobs which, as I told you, requires the automation task, but its ability to generate fake information is more concerning, which I feel is pretty much true, right? Because this is what generative AI models do. He's also worried that AI technologies will in time upend the job market. That's what is true. Today, chatbots like ChatGPT tend to complement human workers, but they could replace. That's what I was saying. And that's what is not something which amazed me. The thing which amazed me is this point. So here he is saying they could replace personal assistant, translator, others who can handle root tasks. So those who are specifically in this domain, I'm not, giving you attention or worry or anxiety, but you have the time. Please try to upgrade your skills. If you are somewhere in these categories, if you are doing the job in these categories, maybe there is a high time that you may switch to some other category, you may learn something new, you may upskill yourself. And nowadays, as I said to you, that there are positive and negative of everything. With the help of this internet, with the help of this tools, today nowadays we can learn from anywhere we want, right? There are so many affordable courses available which we can easily buy, right? There are so many good mentors out there. On YouTube itself, freely content is available. If you don't have that much money also, on YouTube a lot of freely available content is there. It's just the need, it's just the I would say determination that is required. So it takes away the drudge works, he said. It might take away more than that, that he also don't know. Down the road, he is worried what future versions of technology pose a threat to humanity, right? Because they often learn unexpected behavior from the vast amount of data they visualize or they analyze. So this becomes an issue, he said, as individuals and companies allow AI system not only to generate their own computer code, but actually run that code on their own. So that's where, you remember, GitHub Copilot came into picture, and he fears a day when truly autonomous weapons, those killer robots, become the reality. The idea that this stuff could actually get smarter than people, a few people believe that, he said. But most people thought it was way off. And I thought it was way off. I thought it was 30 to 50 years or even longer away. Obviously, I no longer think that. Many other experts, including many of his students and colleagues, say his threat is hypothetical, but Dr. Hinton believes that the race between Google and Microsoft and others will escalate into a global race that will not stop without some sort of global regularization. But that may be impossible, he said. Unlike nuclear weapons, he said there is no way of knowing whether companies or countries are working on the technology in secret. The best hope is for the world's leading scientists to collaborate on ways of controlling the technology. I don't think they should scale this up more until they have understood whether they can control it. And that's real concern. That if we can control these things, then only I think we can generate these things. If we cannot control that, there's a huge concern before developing these kind of models. Why these models, why there is a need to think? Because you all know, those who don't know maybe, models are being developed by training on huge amount of data, the amount of data which our brain even can't store. How much memory we can retain, we usually forget. But if you store the data inside the model, it will not forget. A lot of data. There are a lot of distributed computing systems nowadays we have. That's where big data concepts came into picture. And huge amount of data also my machine can store, my model can, we can make the model, and that model can do a tremendous task which obviously as a human being we can't do. It's just about the data itself, right? How we can make the choices, how we human beings make the choices on the basis of our past decisions, on the basis of our past incidents. In the similar manner, if we will be having, this is usually said, right, if we have more past incidents, bad incidents, I would say, the more stronger that human being is. Similarly, the more data you will feed into the machines, they will create a strong results as well, if proper take care will be done with respect to data leakage and all those stuffs. But yes, and models can handle those amount of data which human beings can't. That's the reality, because we have a limited amount of capacity to remember the things. We usually forget, but that's a machine that can retain. That's having a distributed computing power we don't have, right? So that's where, yes, that's an advantage, but on the other hand, that might be a disadvantage. And now when this article came, that's a point to concern, that's a point to think of. With this, that's what I want to discuss here. Nothing big, just to give you a gist of this article. Those who haven't read it out, I have attached the link in the description of this video. You can check it out, think it thoroughly. Before coming to this video, I have almost spent maybe 1 to 2 hours reading this, and after that, from the morning itself, I am thinking in my head, what is there, how it's there, I'm not sure. But yes, that's a major concern which I want everyone at least should be aware about. I'm not sure what we can do or what we cannot do, but at least we should be aware about the upcoming technologies the way it is going. um, if there is someone who is in that job bracket, make sure that you will try to upgrade or upskill yourself and maybe try to switch from some other domain. Even it's for everyone, but specifically for those people, I would say it's must, right? So if you have any questions, then you can ask. Otherwise, we can leave the session as well. That's what I want to deliver here. That's it. Nothing big, nothing small. Just to give you a brief overview and to make you aware that you can at night spend your time or maybe in the morning in whatever sense you want, right? Sai is saying your videos are really providing great insights about the tech. Thank you so much, Sai. It really motivates me. These kind of comments really, you guys will not imagine. Uh, it's not about. I'm not saying about my channel or my videos, but uh, I would say before creating these videos or the kind of a content which I am creating, even when I used to watch the videos of other professors on my YouTube channel, I really don't that much appreciation level was not that much high. But now when I came into this domain, I seriously believe that the people are doing a wonderful job. Everyone is doing a wonderful job because it really takes a lot of time, effort, editing, and many more things in order to upload one video, one single video. A lot of checks are being done that whether everything is fine or not, because I really don't want to teach someone or say someone any false information. That's what my intention is. But obviously I am also a human being, I can do mistakes. And at that point of time, if I have done any mistake in any of the videos also, that's what I usually say to all the students. You can comment it out, at least you can point it out, and if you will point it out, I will rectify. And I will aware all the audience who is watching the video that yes, that statement is something which is wrong or right. So but definitely I'll try my level best to deliver in such a way that there is nothing which is wrong in the information which I am delivering here. So a lot of checks I have made personally before uploading any video to my YouTube channel. And I believe everyone is doing the similar kind of job on the YouTube. So a huge respect to everyone. And these kind of comments really motivates me to do more. And maybe actually I want to deliver with a good intention, and whatever good knowledge I have, whatever learnings I am having, and whatever learnings I am doing, it's not like it's done. We are learning on daily basis. So that's what I want to deliver here. Nothing big. And that's what I want from you all also. So my real intention is share with the community, share on LinkedIn. Today nowadays LinkedIn is something which is really great platform where you can go and share whatever you have learned. Even I used to do mentorship on weekends, even sometimes on weekdays as well. And I used to say only one thing. So they usually ask me that what you want from me. So I usually say that whatever learnings you have made, if you have made from the session, try to share that particular thing from in the community. Then they usually say, how can I share? So the only platform which I recommend to them is the LinkedIn. Suppose you learn something from any of the session. What key insights you have learned? Write in the comment section. You don't know those comments, everyone will read. Those comments of you, everyone will read. If you are not able to get something, write it down in the comments. Maybe there are so many students who are waiting for your comment because they are feeling shy. So if you will write and I will answer, that will be helpful for many of the students in the community. So think like that. And just consider me not as a mentor. I would say, I usually say we are like a friends and everyone is learning here. The mutual thing is that we want to learn from each other. That's it. That's the real intention that we have on this platform, nothing else, right? Hi Amit. Will freshers suffer with this recession? See, it's not like that. If there are companies who are firing, there are so many companies who are who are giving the job, who are hiring. So if you are having a good skill set, if you're comfortable with whatever technology you have in your whatever expertise you have, whatever things you have learned, I don't think that no one will take your job. No one will take your job. I'm seriously saying, So, and even this recession period is not a long term. Always remember, nothing is permanent here. Everything is temporary. So, if recession is coming up, as of now, it will certainly go. And then again, hiring will happen with the huge numbers. That time will also come. But in order to grab that opportunity when that time will come, you should be having, that much, what I should say, skill set. So that's why the only focus, instead of worrying about recession and all those stuffs, keep on applying with companies. I am saying seriously, so many companies are hiring nowadays as well. So it's always what we are saying to ourselves. Always remember what thoughts you are delivering to yourself. That's what matters the most. If you will say recession हो रहा है मेरी जॉब नहीं लगेगी, रिसेशन हो रहा है मेरी जॉब नहीं लगेगी, बहुत मुश्किल है जॉब लेना, तो वो एक्चुअल में मुश्किल है. इफ यू विल से इट विल बी इजी, बिकॉज अगर मान लो लोगों की लग रही, कुछ तो कोई तो लोग होंगे जो अभी भी स्विच कर रहे हैं और ऐसे हैं, अगर उनकी लग सकती तो मेरी क्यों नहीं लग सकती? आई विल डू दैट मच एफर्ट, then obviously you will be able to crack any of the job. So it's always in our head, that fear of recession or maybe anything. So if you will say those stuffs, automatically you will find the path very difficult. If you will say it's easy, you will find the path easy. By saying that, it's not only you can say, and you are not doing any effort also. Make your hard work and say a good words, say positive words to yourself. This will actually help you in order to reach towards your goals, towards your dreams, with whatever dreams you have. Always make sure, don't say bad things to yourself, that these things are difficult. Nothing is difficult. If you have in your head this is difficult, then it is difficult. People outside the world are there to say everything is difficult. If you will also say to yourself that it is difficult, then obviously you will feel that it is difficult. So, right now, any other doubt? You have to get a call. For that, you have to prepare a good resume. You can check it out my video as well. I have done a live session with respect to the resume part. Even I have attached my resume template if you want to take help from that. Focus properly. What things are required to get a call? I should have a good LinkedIn ID. I should have a good projects. I should have a good resume. If I will be having these three things, and the last thing, I should have a good network so that I can make a referral, because referral is the one which usually helps you to get a instant call. So these 3-4 things are required. Focus on these 4 things. And on my channel itself, if I am saying, all the live sessions have been done, whether it's about LinkedIn, it's about GitHub, it's about resume, it's about networking. Go explore. You will be able to find your path. Right? I hope it was helpful. With this, let's end today's live. I will be coming this Saturday, I believe, 8 p.m. live. I will announce it on my LinkedIn post as well. So stay tuned with respect to that part also. Right? So what's the plan? I can talk about that if someone is interested to know what we will cover up in that session. So I will talk about that, what is the role of DSA in data science. So many people usually ask me that, is it important to learn or to have an idea about data science, sorry, DSA, even if I am applying for a data scientist position? Because I am from this domain, so I can talk about that domain itself, and I will share my experiences, that what kind of questions of DSA people have asked from me, interviewers have asked for me when I said for Google, Microsoft companies. Because in every interview round, the very first round was of DSA. And even in projects, in industries, when you will go, how this DSA will be helpful, that kind of a masterclass we have on this Saturday. And if you really want to check it out, if you really want to see, please do join that class, right? I will take the comments in the chats on the live itself, and I will try to answer all your queries if you have. That's the good thing which I really like on the live part, that I can take the questions instantly and I can answer it out. Okay. So with this, let's wait for Saturday's live. I'll come and I'll deliver the session. Again, if you find it insightful, do share this video with everyone so that everyone will get to know the today's news about the tech And with this, bye bye everyone, and I will see you all in my next upcoming video as well, and the live session as well. Bye bye and good night.